welcome back to my kitchen. I know you always love going through my drawers and in my fridge, etc. Today we want to talk about nuts and seeds and how important it is to have these form part of a midlife woman's diet. I know we talk about it all the time and we cover it at the retreats, but it's really nice to just show women what we can do, how we can introduce it, what some of these actually look like. You know,
yes, of course.
How do we identify them and what's going to be best for us? I've already started, as you know, I'm changing my diet quite dramatically at the moment, and I'm trying to pull away from the snacky things that perhaps I used to eat, you know, crisps and salted nuts and that kind of thing.
Naughty but nice.
Naughty but nice, but you know, sometimes you just have to retrain the brain.
Exactly.
So now this is mine, this is my tuck box, and in here I store all the nuts that I really like to eat. I mean, there's a whole variety of nuts in here. Some of my favourites, because I love goat's cheese, so I do love walnuts, but also I love the brain, and walnuts always remind me of a brain.
Good for brain function. Excellent. I love this.
You'll tell me not to say it looks like a testicle, but actually some people say it does.
And I would say, which testicle are you looking at?
Possibly older ones than you are, but there we go.
Okay,
always
good fun.
good for reproductive health, though, they say.
Absolutely. Oh,
but also
okay.
brain health.
Yes,
so,
definitely
you know, it does
brain
look like
food.
a brain.
Good brain food.
I love almonds as well, and Brazil
nuts. Yes.
Brazil nuts, very
so
good.
that's fabulous. Now, you're not having all of this.
I'm not eating all of that,
Okay.
not in one sitting,
okay.
no. I try just to have a little in a handful, or I have a small little bowl or something like that.
Absolutely.
And I'll have them on my desk so I can snack them through the day. It just prevents me from searching around the rest of the house looking for something I can just eat straight away.
Yeah.
That's what I love, is that it's ready to
and
eat now.
it's a really good way to do it, rather than having, you know, a package here and a package there, just to have a mix. And you know, you could even have, like, in small containers like this in your car, or a little bag, or like you said. And so you have a bit of, but yeah, like you said, a handful, because though these nuts are fabulous for you, and you get the fiber and you get protein, and these are the things that keep you full.
Yes.
And you get magnesium and B vitamins and all kinds of iron. Brazil nuts, these are particularly good because they're full of selenium. Right, which is, though we need it in very, very minute quantities, we also tend to be low in them. And you just need about 2 or 3 days a week.
And what does that do for us?
Well, it will supply you with the selenium that your body needs. It's just one of the minerals that we need for normal function.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Fantastic, so I'm doing one thing right
You're
then.
doing one thing right. Just remember, it's a handful, and it's a wonderful snack. And the nice thing about this, everybody can enjoy this.
Absolutely, and I've got to be more disciplined at having just a few in a small bag in my handbag.
Yes.
Because often if I'm out and about and I get the munchies, it's really good
and
to
what's
have
really
some nuts.
nice about this, I see, they're just natural. They're not salted or honey roasted.
No.
Those are very naughty.
I've weaned myself
Yeah,
off
I've had
those.
to as well. Yes.
Yeah. So that's my treat box.
Yeah, that's a wonderful treat box.
And some of the other things that you found in my store
Yes,
cupboard.
so-
sometimes I buy things because I recognise them as being very healthy, but often they will just sit in the jars. So some ideas of what I can do.
This is a common issue with a lot of people. And myself, that has been as well. So you're like, all right, this is in flax seeds, right? Everybody needs flax seed, so you buy a lot of them. Yeah, pumpkin seeds. These are pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds. So right, I've got it, I'm ready. But you know, when it comes to having breakfast or it's like, I gotta open this, gotta open this. It becomes, you don't do it, do you?
Yes.
You don't do it. All these things are good for you, and all of these that you have here, the nuts, the seeds, are all rich in phytoestrogens. And this one in particular, what a lovely snack that is. Edamame beans.
Now this is a new introduction.
Yes.
Morven, one of our directors, actually introduced me to these a few weeks ago. And what a great snack to have if you're having a spritzer or something like that. Because of course, you know, you're reducing
So
your
instead of putting
alcohol.
out the crisps, you put...
Yeah, have some of these.
So do you know you can make these yourself?
No.
Any beans, you take them. Okay. You can use the ones that come out of a can, but you can use the fresh ones as well. You have the dried ones, rehydrate them overnight, then put them in the oven with a drizzle of olive oil and some salt.
Ah.
and you will end up,
get a nice snack.
you will roast, you will
so
end up.
something like, I had some butter beans, but perhaps a can of butter beans or something like that.
But you'll have to take all of
the moisture out.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm going to try that. But they're delicious.
They are, and of course, edamame beans are immature soybeans, and they're very high in phytoestrogens. And, it's a good way to introduce a bean that people, in Western societies are not necessarily used to, because they come out of Japan and stuff, but it's the up-and-coming bean to eat.
I've even noticed that when we have the grown-up children round, which is quite often, as you know, we're quite a large family, I've started putting these sorts of snacks out, and because they're out, they're eating them.
Yes,
whereas normally they would be looking for crisps or something else, but I'm actually putting these snacks out and they are eating them, so that's really good. So let's talk about flax seeds.
Yeah. So when you're looking at phytoestrogens outside of the soy family, this is the next best thing.
Fantastic.
And it is because it's high in phytoestrogens, but you know what makes it really good as well? It's high in good fats, really good fats, so your omega-3s. Now, in terms of good fats, we find in a traditional diet, we get enough omega-6, but we don't get enough omega-3s.
Okay.
Now, people talk a lot about omega-3s being oily fish and things like that, but these are incredibly high in omega-3s as well.
Oh, that's good news.
So you see, you're getting fiber, you're getting protein, you're getting phytoestrogens, you're getting good fats. But here's a really good way to just take some of these seeds that you have that just stay in the cupboard and make a mix. You know, you've done that?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you need to do now.
With your seeds?
Yeah. So if you help me, okay, so I would say it's about a 2-to-1. So we're going to use 2, whatever measure you choose to use for your flax seeds. Yeah.
Then you do a tablespoon, aren't you? Today?
For today I'm using a tablespoon, but you can make up a whole bottle of this. Yeah. And one of these pumpkin seeds, and we'll put in some sunflower. And the other thing you can put in here are chia seeds.
Oh, okay.
And chia seeds are also very good for phytoestrogens, but they're also really high in omega-3s. And basically, well, let's just scoop this up a little bit. You have this gorgeous mix of nuts, and then, so you're going to have cereal, you have a spoonful, 2 spoonfuls, porridge.
Wonderful.
Soup, salads.
So you don't have to toast these seeds then?
No. You could if you wanted to, but there's no need.
But the toasting, I suppose, just gives it an extra...
Exactly. So if
bit of flavour? Or,
yeah, so if you're doing salad, it might be really nice to have a bit of a roasted thing. But you won't necessarily want it roasted if you're having cereal or porridge.
No.
But if you're doing a soup, it would be nice roasted as well.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm definitely going to, I think I'm going to have a go at adding certainly pumpkin seeds into my nut box.
Well, you can do whatever works for you. They may
way.
just be a little bit more difficult to pick up because they'll go all the way to the bottom.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah.
That's the only problem.
I'll stick to your idea.
Yeah, so you could just have a separate mix for it.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing you can do with this is blend it up.
Okay. So then because I think we've got some...
Like this one. That's a super seed mix. It's got linseed, hemp seeds, and chia seeds in it, right? That's a super seed mix. And basically, that's gone from there. And if I can open it, I'll just pour some to that.
Oh, yes,
The
it's
dark,
much finer.
Yeah, much finer. So it depends on what you're having. In terms of digestion, it's probably better for this one because it's scrunched up. Sometimes with the flaxseed, if you don't chew it, where's it going? All the way through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not getting the benefit.
No. So you got to. So that's the other thing is you got to make sure you chew these things properly. And if you're chewing them properly, again, you're slowly eating as well, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. But not everybody has the time and all that stuff. And to be honest, I'm lazy sometimes. I just have it like this because it's.
Yeah.
Because once you've there's a certain life on when it's milled.
Okay.
And it's in a packet. It'll take a little, but it certainly is a way to have it.
I think that's a great idea,
Yeah.
and I can certainly see that I'm sure I would enjoy that over the top of a yogurt.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And some people like it crunchy, and some people this might be a better way to have it. And I mean, and look, you can buy all these things now. Look at what else have we had? The lovely mix of seeds.
Oh, this one is a milled flaxseed.
So this is just flax seeds from here, milled up.
Okay, so that's nice and fine and powdery like that.
Yeah, ready to go, and you can bake with it. You know, you can bake with these things. So all the milled ones are great for baking.
So what would you do? Just add it to your flour?
Yes,
to your flour
absolutely.
mix?
Yeah.
So I found a lot of these products in our local Lidl. I think this one came from Lidl, Tesco catching on as well. They had a big array of nuts and seeds, which I was really pleasantly surprised about. So clearly the message is getting out there. So it's just fantastic, isn't it, to introduce all this to your diet?
It is fantastic. And the only thing I would have to say is when you're buying these things, do have a look at the ingredients. So this one says 50% milled golden linseed, 40% milled whole hemp seed, 10% milled chia seed. There's nothing else. That's what you want.
Yes.
You just want the pure product, and that's what it is. It is the absolute pure product. So then you think, okay, then I can, you know, it's a good substitute. And we talked about cooking with it.
Yes, adding it to flour. I'm definitely going to try
well,
that.
think about it. You can make nut breads. You can make, you know, whatever you're putting into flour in, making pancakes, all that stuff. Start thinking about, you know, replacing flour. You can't replace all of flour, but you can certainly use soy flour, which is very high in phytoestrogen, or rice flour, and then add some of these stuff.
Fantastic. Now, so just to recap, because there's quite a lot to take in. So if we could just recap on mixing the seeds, just so that I've got that very clear how we do that.
Yeah, so I'm just going to eyeball it like a 2-to-1. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a big set of science. And
these just happen to be the seeds that I've got. But
yes,
you could have
and then
seeds.
you can add to this any other seeds you love. But I would add chia seeds to this, and simply because they're so high in omega-3s, and then you just get this complete mix. That's it.
Great.
And you've got your nut mix, and you got your seed mix, all ready to go.
I'm good to go. Thanks so much.
You're very
Sabrina.
welcome.
See you again.